Breaking: Canada's IRCC just unveiled a controversial new border law. Indian students now face stricter asylum bans and faster deportations. Tune in now to understand what's at stake. Hello Travel Tree family, I'm Jonjua. Welcome back to Travel Tree News Updates, where we break down immigration and travel updates clearly and objectively. Today, we're diving into Canada's proposed Strong Borders Act, a sweeping law introduced in June 2025, with potentially harsh consequences for Indian students, temporary residents, and asylum seekers. We'll unpack the law's main changes to asylum eligibility and document cancellation powers, why Indian students and other temporary residents could be disproportionately affected, the numbers behind rising student asylum claims, real-world consequences, risk of fast-track deportation, and strategies to stay safe, compliant, and informed. This isn't just policy. It directly impacts hundreds of thousands of international students and temporary visa holders in Canada. Before going into the details, just subscribe to the channel and join Travel Tree family to be abreast of the latest immigration updates. Let's get started. What is the Strong Borders Act? Introduced by Public Safety Minister Gary Anandasangari on June 3, 2025. Aims to address border integrity, fraud, asylum backlog, and security threats, including fentanyl trafficking. For key pillars affecting asylum and temporary residents. Suspend or cancel immigration documents, ADAs, study/work visas, if public interest concerns arise. Bar asylum claims from individuals who arrived over 1 year ago, since June 24, 2020. Deny asylum hearings to those entering Canada irregularly from the U.S. who file after 14 days. Introduce mail monitoring, cross-agency intelligence, and expanded enforcement powers. What's especially alarming for Indian students? Claims filed more than 1 year after arrival, even legally on student visas, may be disqualified. Asylum seekers entering from the U.S. and filing late lose hearing rights, instead face a pre-removal risk assessment, PRRA, which has only around 30% approval, versus 60% in full hearings. Document cancellation authority means IRCC can suspend your permit at any time, even if it's still valid. Why Indian students are most affected? IRCC data shows a 31% drop in study permits issued to Indian nationals in Q1 2025, 30,650 versus 44,295 in Q1 2024. Simultaneously, asylum claims by international students surged. 20,245 claims in 2024, followed by 5,500 in just early 2025, a 22% increase. India remains the top source nation, with 290 asylum claims between Jan-September 2024. Indian students compose the largest group of asylum seekers. Many are reported as no-shows who fail to enroll or begin studies despite being granted visas, 580 no-shows in spring 2024. These patterns have prompted Canada to tighten document verification, increase fund requirements, $20,635 Canadian dollars minimum, and target fraud in student applications, especially from Punjab and Gujarat consultants. What does Canada's new border law ban? Ban number 1, no IRB hearings for asylum claims filed over 1 year after arrival, since June 24, 2020. Ban number 2. No refugee hearing for those who cross irregularly from the U.S. and file after 14 days. Instead, claimants go through PRRA, with often lower approval rates, 30%. Additional powers. IRCC can cancel or suspend visas/permits without warning or reason, if deemed in public interest, e.g. fraud suspicion or noncompliance. Expanded ability to cancel TRVs, ADAs, study/work permits, even for valid holders turning permanent residents or with criminal history. Real-world reports and warnings. Immigration Minister Mark Miller publicly called the spike in student asylum filings alarming, blaming misuse and opportunistic advice by consultants. Reports of students receiving emails from IRCC citing attendance or grade concerns, failure to reply may lead to permit revocation and deportation risk. Warnings from refugee advocates: the bill could create a class of people left in limbo, can neither get a hearing nor be deported properly. What incoming or current Indian students should know. Stay compliant. Attend classes and maintain academic standing. Institutions now report attendance and grades semi-annually to IRCC. Respond promptly to any IRCC notices or audit inquiries. Financial proof matters. Show a minimum of $20,635 Canadian dollars, separate from tuition. Recent rule effective January 2024 aims to deter fraud. Avoid irregular entry from the U.S. Stay clear of unlawful border crossings. Delays in filing asylum could lead to denial of full hearing rights. Legal awareness. Keep track of your arrival date. If you entered Canada over a year ago and file under asylum now, you may be barred from full hearings. Prepare for PRRA. If asylum eligibility is denied, you may be directed to a PRRA, which is less favorable. Build strong evidence of personal risk, health, or persecution. Strategic advice and take-home summary. If you're applying after mid-2024, ensure your documents are fully verified and genuine. If you've been in Canada greater than 1 year, seek legal advice immediately before exercising asylum options. Consider staying compliant as a student if your goal is transition through post-graduation work permit and express entry, not asylum. Consult a regulated immigration professional to assess visa status and risks. Travel Tree News will continue tracking this bill through its readings. Stay subscribed for timely updates. Recommendations for effective people. 1. Stay fully compliant with your visa conditions. With the new law giving IRCC the power to suspend or cancel valid study/work permits at any time, staying compliant is critical. Here's how. Attend your classes regularly and maintain passing grades. Your institution now reports performance to IRCC. Avoid unauthorized work or overstaying your visa. Respond promptly to any IRCC communications or document verification emails. Failing to meet even one requirement could now result in fast-track deportation under the new rules. 2. Do not delay filing for asylum or legal relief. Under the Strong Borders Act, asylum seekers who file over 1 year after arrival may be denied a full hearing. Those entering from the U.S. and filing after 14 days are also disqualified from hearings. Missing these deadlines could mean your case is diverted to a less favorable pre-removal risk assessment, PRRA, which has a significantly lower approval rate. If you're considering asylum or feel at risk, consult a regulated immigration consultant or lawyer immediately. 3. Avoid fraud and prepare strong documentation. Canada is now cracking down on fake admission letters, fraudulent consultants, and students arriving with no intent to study. Over 10,000 fake student visas were discovered in 2024, mostly from Indian applicants. Protect yourself by only applying through verified institutions and licensed consultants. Showing proper proof of financial capacity, minimum $20,635 Canadian dollars apart from tuition. Avoiding ghost consultants or agents who offer asylum loopholes or fake job offers. Wrapping up. This Strong Borders Act marks a dramatic shift in Canada's immigration enforcement, reducing rights for certain asylum seekers, giving IRCC new cancellation powers, and tightening rules around student fraud. For Indian students and visa holders, the timing and arrival date matter more than ever. If you want help drafting responses, understanding appeal options, or staying compliant, drop a comment below. Thank you for watching Travel Tree News. Hit the bell icon, subscribe Travel Tree, like this video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next coverage of Canada immigration updates and visa news. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and see you soon on the Travel Tree.